Yo, what is good, Mets Nation? Welcome back to Mets Media. This is Richie, and the New York Mets are coming off another series victory. This one's coming against the NL East rival, the Philadelphia Phillies. The New York Mets come away with a victory today, but in this video, I'm going to recap all three games because this was a really important road trip to start off the season for the New York Mets, beating the Washington Nationals in that 4-game series 3-1, and now beating the Philadelphia Phillies. Now we're 5-2 on the season, heading into our home opener on Friday. It's going to be super excited to see what it's going to be like. The Citi Field's going to be buzzing. Fans are going to be ready to go. The New York Mets are starting off the season red hot, and I'm super excited to break down this Philadelphia Phillies versus New York Mets series in this video. If you guys are new to Mets Media, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. I got a lot of Mets content coming your way all throughout the rest of the season. And of course, if you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to thumbs it up. And if you guys want to check me out over on Instagram and Twitter, that is at NYMets_media. With that being said, let's jump right into game number 1 of this series. So game number 1, we had Taijuan Walker on the mound, and unfortunately for him, he had to leave this game with a shoulder injury, and now he's on the 10-day IL. Taijuan Walker pitched 2 scoreless innings in this game, and we're all excited because we all know that Taijuan Walker has been looking up and down. Last year, he had an all-star season the first half of the year, and the second half of the year, it was just absolutely scary of what was happening with Taijuan Walker. And then in the spring, he was dealing with the knee issue, and in this one, he leaves early. We're all assuming it was a knee that flared up, but no, it was a shoulder, and now he is on the 10-day IL. But insert David Peterson. David Peterson comes out there and pitches 4 scoreless innings for the New York Mets, and I really feel like this is going to be a good opportunity for David Peterson to fill in for Walker in his absence. That's my expectations. I'm a big David Peterson fan. I feel like he is a player with a lot of potential, and hopefully he can really fill in for Taijuan Walker in a big way. But unfortunately for the Mets in this one, the bullpen blew it. We were winning 4-0 all the way until the 8th inning, as you guys know, and the bullpen just absolutely fell apart. Rodriguez just did not look good in this one. And also Trevor May left this game with an injury as well, but it does seem like he's going to be okay in this one. But when it comes to the offensive side of the ball in this game, we had Francisco Lindor, Pete Alonso, Escobar, and Mark Canha all getting RBIs. And like I said, the New York Mets were going into the 8th inning up 4-0. It felt like this game was going to go in the Mets' favor, but nope. We let the Philadelphia Phillies score 5 runs, and then they get the W 5-4. But it's okay, because you go into game number 2, and the New York Mets pitch a shutout by who? Tylor, or should I say Cylor Megill. This man is absolutely awesome. Zach Wheeler's on the mound against Megill, and Megill has now started off his season pitching 10+ scoreless innings. There's no other pitcher in baseball that has done that so far this season. Absolutely phenomenal stuff from Tylor Megill. In this game, he pitched 5.1 innings, only giving up 3 hits, striking out 5 batters, giving up no runs. He is different out there. His velocity's up, his changeup velocity's up. Everything about Tylor Megill is looking like the next level. We see him in the dugout with Chris Bassett. Chris Bassett's watching film with him, telling him like, hey, all these players are really expecting that high heater. Try to, punch that curveball down low. And you love that the veterans on this club with Chris Bassett and Walker and Carrasco and even Scherzer and DeGrom are there to help mentor Tylor Megill, because I really feel like that we might have a young stud in Tylor Megill, and I'm happy that he's getting an opportunity to really show out there, because I love what he did last year as a rookie, and I'm really expecting high things from Tylor Megill. A Mets fan should be really excited about what he's shown so far, because he looks like a stud in the making. I mean, how can you ask for a better start to a season for a man in Megill who's only in his 2nd season in the big leagues? And then even the bullpen did their thing. Shreve came in there, pitched 1 inning. Drew Smith has been probably one of the most impressive pieces in the bullpen so far this year, outside of Edwin Diaz, who is an absolute stud in this one as well. But Drew Smith pitched 1.2 innings, got really big outs late in that game, and then insert Sugar Diaz coming after he left the Mets with his grandfather unfortunately passing away. So you know that game meant something for Edwin Diaz. When he struck out the last batter, he was pumped up, he was firing up, and you love to see Edwin Diaz back with the Mets, really showing up, getting his first save of the season. And the New York Mets won this game 2-0. Brandon Nimmo had a solo shot to get the Mets up 1-0, and then Francisco Lindor later on in the game got that insurance run after Starling Marte got on base. He steals second. Francisco Lindor gets a base hit up the middle, which makes the Mets go up 2-0, and the Mets end up winning this one 2-0 when Zach Wheeler getting the L. Sorry, Zach. Zach actually did not look too bad in this game, but it is always great to see the New York Mets hitting on their former friend in Zach Wheeler. Now let's get into today's game. The New York Mets win this one 9-6. This was a marathon of a game, everybody. This was like 4+ hours. It got to the point where in the bottom of the 6th inning, and I'm like, how is this the 6th inning? This feels like this game should be over by now. But the reason why is because there was like so many walks, so many times where the bases were loaded, big counts, players just not getting out, just fouling it off, hit by pitch. More Mets gets hit. I don't understand what's going on with this New York Mets team. It feels like they have a target on their back. Dom Smith got hit. Jeff McNeil got hit by a pitch. Canna got hit by a pitch. We saw Buck stand up on that in the dugout looking like, are you kidding me? You're hitting my players again. I'm about to storm the mound once again on you. But hey, this was a crazy game. We have Max Scherzer back on the mound for his second career start for the New York Mets. He pitched 5 innings, giving up 5 hits, 1 earned run, 7 strikeouts, and 3 walks. Now, Max Scherzer, he got in trouble early. In the first inning, he walks 3 batters, but he still escapes that first inning without giving up a run, which is really impressive. It's really good to see that Max Scherzer is a pitcher similarly to Jacob deGrom, where he kind of, turns it up a little notch when the pressure's on, right? The thing that we always remember as with Jacob deGrom, whenever he gets into trouble, whenever he's in a jam, it's second and third, 1 out, or even bases loaded, 1 out, he somehow gets out of it without giving up a run. That's exactly what Max Scherzer did tonight, or today rather, and that's awesome to see that we actually have a superstar pitcher in Max Scherzer, because he's on the Mets. His first start was okay, it wasn't anything crazy, giving up 3 runs in 6 innings, and then today he really looked like that player where he is just a fierce competitor. I mean, he gives up 1 run, he goes to the dugout, and he's freaking screaming at himself, absolutely so livid that he gave up a run. That's how competitive Max Scherzer is, and I'm absolutely so happy he is a New York Met. So shout out to Max Scherzer for going out there, punching out 7 people, getting out of all those jams. You can't ask for more. 5 innings, only giving up 1 run. I'm totally okay with Max Scherzer's day today. Reed Foley, he pitched 0.2 innings in this one. He gave up 2 earned runs. Rodriguez gave up 2 runs because the Mets, they were up early in this one. I'm pretty sure it was 5-1 at one point, and then 8-1 after we'll get into who was the star of today, which was Big Meat Pete Alonso, baby. But we're going to keep talking about the pitching real quick before we get into what happened on the offensive side of the ball for the New York Mets. Ottavino went out there, pitched a scoreless 7th inning, excuse me, and then Lugo came in there in the 8th inning to pitch a scoreless 8th, and then Edwin Diaz came in the 9th. He gave up a solo shot to Bryce Harper, but it's okay because then he got 1, 2, 3 right after that, and the New York Mets got the W. But now getting to the offensive side of the ball, the New York Mets exploded, especially by Pete Alonso getting 2 doubles and a home run, a 3-run homer, to be honest. Wow, Pete Alonso is looking like a player that is on the brink of being back to his rookie ways. And I feel like his first at-bat was not good. He struck out, I think, on 3 pitches, and people on Twitter were like, yo, what's wrong with Pete? Is he okay? And then the next 3 at-bats, RBI double off the wall, and then a 3-run bomb to right center field. Pete Alonso finished this one 3 for 5 with 5 RBIs. Absolutely love to see that from Pete Alonso. Brandon Nimmo also had another solo shot, so that's back-to-back home runs from Brandon Nimmo. We also had 2 walks in this one, which is great to see. Dom Smith had an RBI, and Starling Marte had an RBI, as well as Jeff McNeil. All those RBIs came with bases loaded, and everybody was getting hit by pitch. Everyone was getting walked. This was just a really crazy game for a baseball perspective, just in terms of how many people were getting hit, how many people were getting walked, how many times the bases were loaded, and how many times they got out of the jam. The Mets left a lot of people on base in this one, but it's all good because they got 8 people, or actually 9 runners in, and Aroldis Escobar had that crazy play where it was a fan interference. He almost was a home run, but it ended up being a triple, and then he came in on a sacrifice fly. So the New York Mets, the bats were hot in this one. Great to see the New York Mets get this job done in Philadelphia. This is a really, really important victory for the New York Mets in terms of the series, because now we're 5-2, heading back home. Let me know your thoughts about the series win against the Philadelphia Phillies and the Mets being 5-2 to finish off the season. Start off the season, excuse me. I love to hear what you guys have to say down below in the comments. Don't forget to like the video if you guys enjoy. Man, I'm pumped up. LFGM, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Let's go Mets. Peace.